So many are dead. Infected and non-infected alike.
Don't. Look at what's in front of you. There's no discharge in the war.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to with M&T Entertainment. We're back at you with another movie review.
Today we're doing 28 Years Later.
28 years later. I believe it just came out today.
Yeah.
And we just got back from the movies and we're going to share our thoughts.
Like, what'd you think? Was it good?
I thought it was really good.
Yeah. I mean, I liked it a lot. I think it was like close to all the other ones. Or
yes. I think so too.
You think it was as good? Like, if you had to rate them between the three.
You know what? I was thinking about this as I was watching it because I was trying to look at the differences, and you can tell, like in the first one, how the zombies were. They were slower too. They weren't slow, but they seemed like they gotten faster every time or smarter every move.
They got real smart.
Yeah, especially like in this last one.
Well, it makes sense because you look at the time span. You know, they had a month and then had years or no.
What about first one?
Oh, my bad. They had 1 month the first time.
Okay, because how they explain it in these movies, like the 28 years later, for 28, the first one 28 days later, right? And then in 28 weeks later.
Yeah. So it wasn't even a whole year. It didn't even pass a whole year, right?
Yeah. 28 weeks is half, 6 months.
Close to half a year. So.
Yeah.
So you didn't get to see what really was going to happen with the virus and shit.
Right. And then how they left off on 28 days is at the end is when they
do find out that there were still people alive.
Yes.
Yeah, because he thought it was the end of the world.
Yes.
And then in 28 weeks,
and the military was mainly in control of everything. They was with the military.
But there was a weird scene though. So
this is before we're gonna get to 28 years later. We're building up to it.
Yeah. So, but there was a weird scene because 28 weeks later, at the end of it, it looked like it had spread out to the world because there were like zombies in Paris. But I wonder if that was part of an outbreak, but they cut it because this is where we get to 28 years later. In the beginning of the movie, they do an explanation. It's being contained to Britain. So I was trying to figure out. Because France does get play in this one, because there's some soldiers in it. We'll get into it. But pretty much isolated in Britain. And then, it's been the span of 28 years later and stuff.
So.
And then from there, we like.
Okay. But on 28 years later, okay.
Oh, okay. So here, I'm going to do the synopsis for this.
Okay.
So 28 years later, it says, a group of survivors of the rage virus live on a small island. When one of the group leaves the island on a mission to the mainland, he discovers secrets, wonders, and horrors that have mutated not only the infected but other survivors. The dude that leaves is the little kid, right?
Right.
So I think the kid and the dad were kind of the main characters.
Yes. 28 years later, they have like this part, like the part of where all the monsters are.
Yeah.
Like in the mainland, they call it the mainland, is where all the monsters are. And apparently they have like this separate island where they are, and they're gated off, which is nicely. It's nicely
pretty cool because I don't know if it's a real island. It might be, but like, because there's a little walking path that connects that small island to the main.
I like how they did that because this little walkway leads to the mainland, but it uncovers itself when it's at down when in the
low tide.
Yeah, when the low tide is going, so you can see it. So you have to if you're going to go over there, you got to get back within how long? I think he said like 4 hours or something like that.
Something like that,
or at least before dark, before the high tides come, then the path disappears.
But I mean, that's kind of specifics and shit.
Yeah.
Did you? I don't know if y'all have seen the trailer or not, but do you remember the trailer?
I didn't.
No, because
the trailer I remember it shows like we see I have on the screen all these bones and stuff.
Yeah,
I remember them showing that.
But I don't remember the trailer well enough because I watched the trailer, but I don't think it showed enough to spoil it. But then again, I only watched the one trailer.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't watch any more after that, so I don't recommend you watch a lot of trailers if you're gonna go check this out because it'll probably spoil it. So
okay, so you got the kid and his dad.
They go on an adventure.
Yeah, you go on an adventure.
Yeah.
We gonna have some names. I want to pull up names.
Isla was the mom. Spike. Yeah,
Spike. Yeah, I remember. Okay,
Yeah.
Spike. Okay, so and his dad name?
I think it's Jamie.
Okay, so you got Jamie is taking. This is not really spoiler, but he's taking his son. Like his son is supposed to be of age to him to start becoming a man. I guess being able to hunt down these zombies.
Going the first hunt.
Going his first hunt. And his mom got pissed at first when he told her that he was taking him over there to do that, because he was they had their bow and arrows and stuff, like they about to go do some stuff. So he does that. Of course, a lot of stuff happened while they over there.
Zombie stuff.
A lot of zombie stuff. We're not gonna get into exactly what happened. How you think about this kid?
Okay. So he did pretty well, because he turns out
Spike.
Spike. He does turn into the main character, right?
Yes. It started out with just him and his dad.
Yeah,
right?
it started with, and I thought it was gonna go that whole direction.
Yes.
For a minute, but no, it ended up being with just the kid, and then the kid kind of continued the movie. So he did a pretty good job.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot it was a kid and stuff. So I mean, he met like a couple other characters along the way that helped his ass out, And then there was one big character that he met. Well, it was a huge character that he met.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of huge
ass one.
And probably
got a swinging action going on,
Anyway, this movie is directed by the same people that directed the other one. You got Danny Boyle and writer Alex Garland.
Yeah.
As you can see on our screens here. How the movie to set up, like far as like the how it looks, like at some parts it was good quality filming.
Oh, okay.
At other times it just seemed not so much.
So apparently this shit was shot on a fucking iPhone.
That's what we heard.
Shot on an iPhone 1 or something.
Yeah, not an iPhone 1, I'm sure. But so like you could tell too, like some parts of it.
We shooting this live stream on my iPhone 6. Right?
No, he's not. Anyway. But yeah, it just some parts of the movie is like, I can tell tell.
It was weird. It was
very weird. Yes.
Shots that were. I didn't think I was gonna tell. That part, I wish I didn't. I didn't know about it. Like I fucked up. And I kind of learned on it. So then my ass started looking for, okay, what footage is iPhone at the beginning?
Yeah.
I was looking for it. I was like, okay, there's iPhone shit. And so that kind of fucked it out at the beginning of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But then once the action and shit started.
Okay.
Right? Oh, there are some slow parts to the shit. It's not all action.
Yeah.
There was a minute to where I think after the kid and his dad got back, there was that span got real slow.
Yeah, but
I felt kind of looking at my phone.
Oh, really?
yeah. I was like, I'm about to pull out my phone, but
Yeah,
I didn't want to be rude.
when he got back, because and LeBoy saw some stuff, and when they got back,
it did got slow.
It got a little slow.
Yeah, and then
but it picked right back up. Like soon, after that, I think after that part though, I think it started getting more quicker after that, all the way to the rest of the way.
Yeah, all right. What you think? A lot of people said this movie is sad as fuck.
Sad?
There was
only sad. Yeah.
But
overall, I don't think it's sad. I think it is a sad moment in the movie. Yes. But other than that, it's just. I mean, I don't even look at it. I don't know if people will probably think this movie is scary, but to me, it take a lot to scary. I don't look at this as a scary movie. It's 28 years later. How would you?
Parts of it felt like The Last of Us, man.
That's what I thought about the first time when him and his son first went over to the mainland. I was thinking Last of Us.
So if you like the game The Last of Us, go watch this shit, because it was like The Last of Us.
That's exactly
they did it better. Don't waste your time on that fucking HBO show. Go watch this instead, because this shit was good, like a good Last of Us.
Yeah.
This would have been a good The Last of Us side quest or some shit like that.
Okay. Yeah. Especially when you got the zombies coming at them and stuff.
No, but that's how it felt like, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I was going when they first got there. I'm like, okay, this. I was thinking this in my head. Okay, this kind of remind me of Last of Us.
Yeah, big time. And when we get into it, there is some big shit that happened. I'm like, damn.
And you're gonna meet. You got
we got different zombie types.
And you got like I know you got different people that's you're gonna meet. You're gonna meet. It's gonna be different people that you're gonna meet over there at the mainland.
Yeah.
I thought the mainland was just closed off, and all it was zombies over there. But apparently, it's other things that's happening over there too.
He didn't even get that far. He didn't even get the. He called it the mainland, but that's like the outskirts of I guess some UK shit, right? Because he didn't even go into like the high-rise skyscrapers and none of that shit.
Right,
you know?
he didn't.
I want to know where that shit goes.
I don't think. Yeah, maybe it'll be in a.
You know how it was in the first one?
Yes.
Yeah. I wonder how. What does that look like?
They were more in the city then.
Yeah. But do you think he'll make it that far? Or how far does it go?
I don't know, man. Cause
a
lot of that stuff. Cause it was in the house at one point, and it was old. He even said himself it was old.
That house shit. It reminded me more of the second film. When I were in the little village and shit. Yes. It reminded me of that.
And to me, the second film also reminds me when they had the military. Because the military is a big part of the second film. But overall, we think this movie was pretty good.
Yeah. You recommend people go watch
I do recommend you. If you like, especially if you've seen the first two, and they supposed to be connected somehow.
Oh no, they're all connected.
They're all connected.
Somebody said they weren't, but no, they're connected. I know the shot that I saw. We'll talk about it here.
Okay.
But
yeah, go ahead and definitely go out and see this movie.
Yeah,
you're not going. It's worth going to go see it at the movie.
There haven't been any zombie movies in a while, right?
Not really. But yeah, this is pretty good. So I really like it. What do you think? What would you rate it?
Out of how many zombies we talk?
Out of 5.
How many? 5 zombies? All right, I'll say. There's a part that kind of disappointed me big time. So
I mean, we do have some different. I do have some parts in here that
for now I'll give it a 3.
Yeah, it was some parts,
but that's still good. Like
3 out of 5.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 3 out of 5.
Because there was some parts in the movie and parts didn't make sense to me, but it was like more.
And then the end really pissed me off.
He didn't like the end.
That's why I'm bringing it down. I would give it 4. I would say this is a good.
I'll give it a.
But I'm like,
the end was. I didn't really sweat the end like that.
I did. Fuck that shit. That was.
But I give it a 4 out of 5 because only reason I give it a 4 because it was some parts in that just nitpicking for me. Some parts that I didn't like on there that didn't make sense to me in the movie.
Oh, we got 5 folks watching.
So that's what we thought about it. But yeah, go check this movie out.
It was good shit. Yeah,
it was really good. Thank y'all for tuning in with us.
Yeah. So check out the next stuff that we're gonna be reviewing. So stay tuned for those.
Peace out.